never believed it.
I never
So
ever
you
believed
never.
the news
So
in
that
my
means
life.
you never recognized certain shit in your life because ain't nobody gonna sit here and tell me you didn't watch TV.
We said the news. I'm talking
Okay,
about the
you didn't watch the
newscasters that be
news.
sitting
Most
at
kids
the.
don't watch the news. Okay,
I'm talking about when I was 29 in my own apartment, when I
okay.
was 22 in
Most
my own
adults
apartment.
don't watch the news in our generation, but the point is the effects of programming you cannot fucking deny. Do you deny TV can
You don't
program
get
somebody?
programmed by the news. You get programmed by TV, yeah.
Is the news on TV?
Okay, the entertainment that comes out of the television box. Yes,
That's the
it
only thing that
programs
programs
you.
you.
The news is blatant lies. It is people up there lying to you. No, it's not.
Ashley, stop doing that shit.
No,
Stop
it's not
doing that shit. You
programming.
acting like everybody can see what you see, and everybody's not seeing that. And before you seeing that shit, it was a time you didn't see it. Can you be honest enough to say that? Like before you knew what TV was, you didn't know you looking at something that's programming you.
Okay, but what does that have to do with what's
Okay,
really
the
happening?
origins of something matter. So the origins of TV was to tell lies to your vision, entertain,
So
keep
since
you.
the origin of
Oh
rap,
my god, the nigga's not fucking talking.
go ahead.
And yes, we gonna definitely get to that, but you don't want to address that. So let me make it make sense to you. If these people got control of their image, there's so much other shit they could be fucking doing. But again, like I keep on telling you, the powers that be are that and been that. So for a motherfucker to sit up and act like I'm the one having the problem with gay, no, they have a problem with their own identity. And I'm not talking about the people that we see every fucking day, the people you know. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people who agendas that's being pushed by little people that's in the crowd who think it's their idea to push the shit. But let's not get it twisted. It might not matter to you what rap was started from, but guess what? Rap was started from black men who were marginalized and could no longer get jobs and be men. So what they did is create a way to have a platform using their own voice speaking the truth that they feel like their life should be. So and these were heterosexual men who were trying to take care of their fucking families. So for a person to turn around, or not even take, it wasn't even about take care of their family at this time. It was just about venting. It was therapy for them. So for it to turn around and become something totally different, just because, like to me, that's a slap in the face when we talking about the strength of manhood and speaking truth to power.
Well, if that's the case, women didn't be rapping at all.
Listen,
Because if it was
but
ladies,
the
that
beautiful thing about hip hop is we don't discriminate, but it don't change the fact that certain people that come in this motherfucker and think they can discriminate. Shit, ain't people rapping this gay? Ain't they rapping this gay? Ain't Lil Nas X the top artist? Ain't he? I'm not. Maybe I'm missing something. Did the producers ban the motherfucker and not let him record on their tracks? Did anybody in the hip hop industry, aside from a few people's opinion about how they want their kids to see shit, did anybody stifle this nigga? No. It's obvious. He would not be the top artist in the industry right now if that was the case. That's the win from that. He would not be that. So all I'm saying is, why take something that's the most influential that came from the the black man standing up and speaking for himself and turn it into the black man speaking something else? Like that's all I'm asking. What we getting from that? What strength of power is you speaking to the black man at that point? Because at that point it's just a whole bunch of flamboyance, a whole bunch of celebration of freedom to be like, okay, what's that gonna do? What's that gonna change? What little babies is that gonna free? What black family is that gonna raise up? Like, this is not child's play. At some point as adults, we gotta ask, what the fuck are we doing? And where's that shit going in the long run? And if everybody was like me, how would that turn out to be?
do you like Huey P. Newton?
Do I like Huey P. Newton? I love a lot of people, but I don't man worship. A lot of people have said truthful things that make me look at them like, that person has some kind of understanding of truth. But I'm trying to figure out where you're going with him and Pete.
I'm just asking you.
Okay, I answered you. What's your next point on Huey P? Because again, I don't worship men. So if you was to say, let's just say, if you was to bring up the fact that Huey P got strung out on drugs later on in life, I would say, shoot, even then, Huey P at one point in time would have held himself to a higher standard. But even then, I won't judge him because I can see how fighting for freedom for a group of people and, coming to a certain point in life could lead to somebody feeling like they need a little therapy that life ain't giving them.
All I know is Huey P. Newton said the homosexual is the best revolution we've ever had.
Go use the pot.
He was completely for the gay people.
Again, some people can see a perspective and where that shit can work. And even me, I'm not saying these people can't do shit because you see BLM. I ain't saying none of that. But what I will say is my son asked me a question, Daddy, what path do you think would be the path that would be best for me?
I hope your son never asked you that. His life.
I don't know what the fuck.
Guess
what though? I don't know what life y'all live in, but that's for y'all to think. But me, I went there with my father, so I would hope my son come to me and look at me in reverence, because that's a sign of you being present in somebody's life. And people out here gotta wing it, yeah. Don't ask your parents, cause they ain't even there. But when you got parents, you'll be a fucking fool to not ask advice from somebody older than you. And somebody who truly give a fuck about your life. What you decide to do after that is on you. But why not? That would be foolish. What am I here for? If you can't use my wisdom. And just because you don't agree don't make it not wise for me to. But I'm saying, just because you don't agree with what I would tell my son.
When you led off the first, you said, when my son, I hope when my son come to me and ask me, what path should I take?
Yeah.
So it's not your life, it's not your choice to choose his path.
And that shit is cute as fuck.
And it's also already written. So before we even.
No, and I don't believe that shit. I don't. And I know the contract was you came to me. So it's a good guarantee that if I'm not fucking dead, what kind of person you gonna be? So, your point? Because I'm his example. So why the fuck would he choose anything different if I'm present? It don't make no sense. It wouldn't. Just like a basketball player tell you, I'm not your role model, your parent is. Why? Because your parent gave birth to you. And that purpose is in my blood. So for this motherfucker to think my child just gonna come in this motherfucker and have a whole nother fucking purpose, you out your fucking mind. That would be an abomination.
Oh, dang.
What the fuck is you talking about? Like you did you get here out of nowhere? Did you just drop out the sky? Okay, so there was things that preceded you. So if you had anybody to bring their ass here like, oh, well, fuck what got me here, I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. Like, then that's why niggas suffer the way they do. Because you out here winging it. You out here trying to reinvent the wheel when there was already a foundation put in place for your ass. Again, we talking about lifestyles, but then nobody support these other motherfucking lifestyles that they know ain't conducive. But because it's a big propaganda wheel, the programming of TV and media, y'all niggas feel like this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, no different than niggas feeling like they supposed to be fighting for freedom from the white man. Like, no. You gotta free your mind. And then you will find other ways to free yourself to not even worry about this stupid ass system. But we not gonna sit here and act like it ain't been employed this whole motherfucking time to convince a group of people to be a certain way. What? When I tell you to, and I'm not gonna keep telling y'all, when I'm outside, do not come to my door. Thank you. Hey, I'm gonna need you to go on back and remember what you need to say until I come in that door. Cause you still doing it. test every line, but the line ain't supposed to be fucking tested. It's like, I'll test my security system before I test the motherfuckers who breaching my security. Like, I don't get that. And still, to me, go back to a motherfucker trying to fight a dude because you know this nigga ain't gonna hit you. It's like, nigga, you don't really want it. You don't really want it. And everybody can do a lot of shit when it's convenient. It's convenient as fuck for certain people to be so-called, like, to me, I feel like Huey was saying, bro, in the future, nigga, you're not going to be able to stop this. Because as you pay attention, it's so much shit being stripped away from the black man, the heterosexual black man, I should say, because these still are men. You know what I'm saying? But it's so much being stripped away from them and they freedom to defend themselves that it's going to be a point where you ain't got no choice but to come forth with men that are like that. Men that are a different lifestyle. Because I'm no longer defending the woman and the child. That's not what I want to do. So at this point, who am I going to defend other than my buddies? It's always been a male camaraderie. And once you stop understanding the female plight, it's easy for you to just be like, no, this is who I love. Because this reminds me of me. That's the easy route. Because it's easier to understand what you are, just like women do with women. Like I keep on saying, women will sit here and not acknowledge abuse just because it's not a woman. Because they can't put themselves in the shoes of a man. But yet and still, when it's convenient, will do things that are masculine. And then when somebody call their ass out on it, oh, no, I'm not, but you trying to act like a man. You're trying to act like a man. So, again, why would you be mad when somebody call you on that shit when you know what you do? You know exactly what you doing. Same thing with the gay shit. Motherfuckers know they've been gay playing for centuries, ages. But yet and still, when a heterosexual man say something about it, oh, he's wrong. But gay people can out each other. Motherfuckers can intentionally target children. Like, that's why when we was coming up, they had different senses. Like, sensory type shit. You couldn't watch certain shit. Certain shit was geared specifically towards certain people. But now when you fight for a freedom that nobody ever had before, the freedom to just go against the grain, now everything is on the table. Everything is on the table. And as much as people want to be like, we need freedom, 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 like I said, that shit is being blown out of proportion. To the point now, motherfuckers don't realize winners need, like this man, I can't think of his name right now, but he say winners need discipline, not motivation. As far as I'm concerned, niggas done been motivated and galvanized to fight for freedoms that we really don't even fucking need from motherfuckers. Like, you don't need nobody else's permission to do a motherfucking thing. Because if they get in your way and you got that in mind, shit, you gonna think of a way to get around it too. Or go through it. But if you got that mind frame, if I gotta ask a motherfucker for some shit, guess what you ain't gonna do? You ain't gonna do shit until they tell you can't. But here it is, the same motherfuckers who you asking for help from created a civil war amongst you and your people. Like I said, I don't have no problem with nobody lifestyle, whether you want to be out here prostituting, you want to be, a gay lifestyle, you want to be out here selling drugs. I don't got no problem with nobody lifestyle. But when it gets to the point that your lifestyle is being purported over other lifestyles, to the point now they're using you as a buffer, you got me fucked up. I'm going to address that shit. And I'm not going to be like, just because I'm not gay, I can't say nothing about that shit. Like, no. They can speak on what affects them, I can speak on what affects me. And quite frankly, when you make me have to sit in the background, the black man who usually is the protector, the galvanizer of the people, just so these people can take the front, I got a problem with that. Because if it naturally came to be, that's one thing. But it's not what naturally came to be. Somebody intentionally stifled the light of the black man or the plight of the black man, the heterosexual black man. so this can happen. But to me, that's what they get. Like, for me, like, okay, that's karma for a motherfucker who thought they was gonna stop some shit. You thought once you put this so-called docile man in the way, it was gonna be no more problems. But here it is, the same motherfucker that you tried to use as a buffer is your biggest problem. So as far as I'm concerned, it's like a beautiful storm. I have no problem with that shit. Actually was quite surprised. To my pleasure though. To see that these motherfuckers was fighting for that shit, but at the same fucking time, it's some shit that they was fighting for too that I ain't appreciate. And it directly affect who? The heterosexual black man. But nobody's talking about that shit, cause what? Y'all not us. So when we start talking about it, why y'all got a problem? Nigga, look at the fucking writing on the walls. And y'all don't mind because they're your children. Yes, you're gonna always love your children. You're always gonna have a nurturing nature about anybody who you feel like needs your love. But it don't change the fact, me as a motherfucking protector, I'm gonna always have a radar for who need to get fucked up when they out of line. And I've been around certain people who don't have no respect for women, and that's why they're like that. Not to say that's everybody, but it's a lot of them. And that's the reason why they like that. And even before they started feeling like that, over time they developed a sense of hatred because here it is, we being pinned against each other. No different than Bloods and Crips. So yes, you're gonna be able to find something you don't like about the other side. But even I'm saying, nigga, I don't hate you, motherfucker. But you're not. I repeat, nor am I able to tread upon your life to the point that you have no regard to me saying, dude, I got the freedom to say I don't want that in my life. Just like you got the freedom to do whatever you want to in your life. But not at the expense of other people. That's period. I wouldn't care if your ass wanted to throw a baseball. You can throw that baseball as far as you want to throw that bitch, but not at the expense of other people. Yeah, where these people go? Yeah. At the end of the day, in Egypt, I don't know about Kenya, but in Egypt they had all that shit. Like, but it just was known, like, you can't change somebody else's lifestyle just because you live in a lifestyle. Like, they had all kind of religions in that motherfucker, you feel me? That you couldn't make somebody else be your shit just because you want them to.